Belize, wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show my people. Believe our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. It's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to be obeyed. And all the things that must happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play your role, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling is the show with no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. Trouble your bed. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show, my people. Believe our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. This the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to be obeyed. And all the things that must happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show, my people. Believe our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. It's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to be obeyed. And all the things that must happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize.
Welcome to the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's Wednesday, the 27th of August, 2025. We hope your Wednesday morning is lifting off the ground beautifully today. Of course, we welcome you all to our house. This is where we're at. This is Pio Fineway, Creme Radio, XTV, for Belize's premier morning conversation. The Wake Up Belize, the WUB. I'm your host this morning, Mose Hyde. And we got to welcome everybody. The one them where they listen, Creme Radio, the one them where they watch, XTV. On our apps, of course, social media streams, absolutely. Those getting us via simulcast coverage. First off, we hope you have great health, because that's the most important thing there is. Great health, strength, energy, vibrations positive, and a wide, spacious morning, flexible, that you could do what you need for the which we know you have your stuff to do to start the day. But We want to be part of it. We want to be included. We want to box we out. So listen and watch, but also we want to get you on board, because that's what really is great. That's when the show works. That's when you have a conversation. But before we get there, we got a news package to serve you that's prepared by our news team. Before we do that, we turn to the National Met Service, the Meteorological Service. Forecaster Francisco Wellington tells us what kind of forecast we can expect today.
Moist and unstable conditions prevail and will support cloudy spells today and tonight. A few showers and isolated thunderstorms will develop around the country. This will continue Thursday, with showers decreasing Thursday night. Winds today will be out of the east and northeast at 5 to 15 knots, and seas will be light chop. Low tides will occur at 6:43 this morning and 6:40 tonight. High tides follow at 12:29 this afternoon and 12:25 tomorrow morning. Temperatures this afternoon will peak at 80 Fahrenheit up in the Maya Mountains, 87 along the coast, and 93 inland. The moon will rise at 9:12 this morning, and sunset is at 6:10 this evening. In the sarcasm forecast, satellite and surface observations continue to show large amount of sarcasm over our area. As a result, coastal destinations will continue to be impacted during the next few days. In the tropical weather outlook, at 3 o'clock this morning, Tropical Storm Fernand was about 590 miles south-southeast of Cape Race, Newfoundland. Fernand was moving to the east at 12 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 45 miles per hour. And that's the latest from the Belize Weather Bureau. Do have a pleasant day.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989, Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
And now your news this morning. Concern is being raised about a new Moneylenders Amendment Bill 2025 and attendant regulations, which state that the maximum rate of interest, fees and charges a moneylender may charge is 144% per annum. However, the Minister of State and the Ministry of Finance, Chris Corey, has rejected the report circulating on other media that the figure is being increased from 48% to 144% in interest alone. We note that in the Principal Act, when there is a reference to 48%, it is referring just to interest rate. However, this new figure of 144% is a global figure that includes interest plus other fees like penalty charges and the likes, which Corey says moneylenders are currently charging. The current effective total for interest and fees, according to Corey, is closer to 288% per annum as opposed to the 240% total that the law prescribes. The central bank in a release Tuesday evening explained that the current legislation allows an interest charge of up to 48% per annum plus up to 16% per month in fees and charges, which adds up to 192% per annum. That totals the 240% per annum. Corey commented that the 144% sounds very high still, given the bank rates, but it's a major step down from where it currently is. Authorities say the bill is intended to put restrictions on moneylenders and protect borrowers. Moneylenders, including microcredit institutions, quick loan businesses, and pawn shops. The draft bill is also standardizing the financial documentation that will be required of moneylenders, whereas the current Act generalizes in this regard. In terms of penalties, the existing Act imposes a fine of up to $50,000 or 1 year imprisonment or both for the offense of imposing fees, costs, charges, and expenses outside of what the law prescribes. The amendment would impose an administrative fine not exceeding $5,000 for each day they remain in violation of the laws. The Prime Minister has underscored that no foreign country is obligated to accept Belizean currency, even though some businesses in Mexico have historically done so. His comments followed complaints by Belizeans that the new banknotes, which entered into circulation on August 4th, were being rejected across the border. When we spoke Friday with Belize's ambassador to Mexico, His Excellency Oscar Arnold, he echoed the same position as the Prime Minister. He did confirm that the Mexican government has been formally notified of the change.
That was an informal arrangement because of a border tongue to border tongue or border city to border city that was in place before. I know that some businesses in Chetumal, I won't say Mexico, in Chetumal would accept Belize dollars because they had a good working knowledge of what the exchange rate would be, and they accept it at a little less so that they would gain more when they change it with the peseros as well. But that was only happening in and around the border area. We have formally advised the Mexican government that there are new banknotes in circulation. The governor of the central bank was very gracious in our home visit to provide specimens, and we've sent copies of the specimens through our formal channels informing the federal government that we do have new bills in circulation. Our honorary consuls are also aware of it, and they're also advising the authorities in the states in which they operate. But again, it's up to the individuals in those areas if they want to accept it or not, and at what rate. Obviously, the advice would be that you try to exchange or change your money at the money exchange, the registered money exchange, because oftentimes they give you a little bit more in those areas. But I understand the ease of which people will travel the border, and then the pesero is right there waiting and they would change there. I mean, that happens with every border crossing. But no, Walmart or Chedwari don't have any responsibility, or they don't have to accept our Belizean notes.
On exposing the illegal logging taking place in his village earlier this month, the chairman of Boston in the Belize district alleged that there is collusion between the Mennonite licensee and people within the forestry department. He specifically made mention of the forestry officer who had been on the ground to mock the logs being taken out. On Monday, we asked the minister responsible for forestry, Honorable Orlando Hyde, that if that allegation is being duly investigated.
I won't be able to tell if there's an allegation. That's an allegation. I don't know who will try to find out or give the report or do the investigation, but our forest department jumped on it right away. As a matter of fact, the person who was in charge of the draft station was there the week before, so they were there seeing what was happening up to maybe 2 days before the end of the season.
But in this case, do you pull the accused aside, even though it may not be a formal allegation, but they're saying the same forestry officer who went on the scene the Friday was the one who had been there before and said it's all okay, despite them saying this guy is coming into Boston Village when he's not licensed to come into our village?
Please say no.
The chairman has alleged this, given that an allegation, which is serious, like that, has been made. Do you investigate your forestry officer?
We do. We have a process to do that. So if that is the case and an allegation has been made and a report is made to the forest department, then the forest department will do its due diligence.
Do you condemn all this level of exploitation that we've seen with this one specific case?
Oh, certainly. And that is the reason why the government's policy since we got into office in November of 2020 was to reduce the number of yearly logging licenses, and we have been doing that 50 to 20% every year. This year, I believe about 4 or 5 licenses were issued, 2 of those being for the Mayan communities who have their communal lands, and so apart from that is I think 2 or 3 other licenses, this being one. When we got into office, there were 41, 42 licenses being issued, so we have really narrowed it down. But apart from that, the licenses are issued legally from the 1st of October to the 30th of June. We have been issuing licenses, as I mentioned, 15-20% of the year, and we are issuing them late February, March, and in this case, the middle of May, so that then we'll have 2 or 2.5 months to do the logging. So we have drastically reduced the amount of land.
The minister went on to say he believes that short-term licenses should come to an end. Yesterday, we asked Minister of Agriculture, Jose Mai, if he would support that the Mennonite logger be blacklisted from receiving a logging permit in future, given his infractions. The logger is from Mai's constituency.
Well, from what I understood this morning in Cabinet, that there is a moratorium on logging. There should be no licenses at all. None at all. Only for private lands. Right now, I think that has to be implemented now. Right.
That was just agreed at cabinet this morning, or it had been running?
No. Probably I shouldn't speak on that because cabinet will issue this and that. But I know, well, it was reported that there has been a moratorium before. I wasn't aware of that, right? But that there should be no logging at all. So it's a matter of now implementing, right? If there's a moratorium, it has to be stopped. Nobody will get licensed. APAMO, they are not the government. They can make recommendations, and the government may take the recommendation or may not, right? That's a matter for forestry to decide, along with cabinet, or they can make recommendations, of course.
But don't you see the sense in something like that if you have licensees who will keep violating and therefore desecrating our natural resources, and do you not have replanting?
Clearly, if any logger is in violation, then there is a law that deals with that. There are regulations that deal with that, right? That's why. So the government then, or the implementing agency, which is forestry, will follow the law. If the law says she did something wrong, then there's a penalty for it already written, already existing. So if a farmer is saying they want a person blacklisted, that's a recommendation from them. But there is a law that deals with that.
It's been alleged that ministers actually recommend for short-term licenses. Is that the case? Have you ever done that?
I think that many ministers or all ministers will have their constituents coming to them and say, listen, can you help me get a license? That process is a due process. They take in the map, the forestry officer go out, look if there is available logs, and then they approve it. If it's not approved, they will tell you, oh, because there's no logs in the area, it has just been logged, or somebody end up somebody may end up with it, somebody else may end up with the concession. But that is again a matter for forestry.
Manuel Padron, whom Joseph Budner accused of being the man who publicly whipped him in one of his Facebook lives weeks ago when he was covering a land dispute in Orange Walk, is a constituent of Orange Walk South. Budner had requested that charges be leveled against him, and when none were forthcoming, he said it was because a Representative Osema intervened on behalf of Padron. We put that question to him yesterday.
Was there any intervention on Padron's behalf for him not to be charged when there was that public whipping of Budner?
Absolutely not. To be honest, I don't even watch Facebook or what's going on. I have more important things to do than look on Facebook gossip. I just don't like it. I don't deal with it. So I don't even know what's going on there. What I understand what they tell me that they dip on Facebook, but I don't pay that attention. I have many other important things to do in my ministry. I don't have time for wasting that.
So no intervention on Padron's behalf?
Absolutely not. None.
He's
Absolutely.
a constituent?
He's a friend of mine, definitely.
And that's where it ends?
I have had no intervention in anything that needs with that gentleman that you just mentioned. None at all.
And that ends this morning's news package. We'll take ourselves a small break. When we come back on the other side, we're going to be open for conversation right here on Creme Radio and on XTV. We'll be right back.
Informative, accurate, current information. Crem's newscast. Local, regional, and international news. Weather and sports.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
We from St. Martin, we from St. Martin, now where you come from?
St. Martin's Festival happening September 7th. Then on the Sunday, I want to make sure I come out, bring out the whole family.
Alright people, this is Kenny Glad representing for the St. Martin's Fest, September the 7th. Nobody will not miss this out because New Creation Band one day there with a lot of other people come in.
Yo, you don't know, this is your boy TR Shine, and it's going to be the Martins Fest right there on Mahogany Boulevard. Cremite, but you don't know if you don't come out, and it's turn up.
We from St. Martin, we from St. Martin, now where you come from?
Bringing people together.
WB Wake Up Believes Morning Vibes, Mose Hyde in the house with you for today, Wednesday, the 27th of August, 2025. And now that we have completed the preliminary package, we could get down to where we get down to on here. It's time to rumble and open up this show for conversation. You know how you go. We have one phone line that you can call in. The number is 280-5848. That's the live line for you to participate in the conversation. And it no matter where we talk about, where they talk about, where they rumble about, just know that you can come in and bring your own vibes. That's the way it works, right? We invite you to get into the conversation. We got our first call of the morning. Krem, good morning, WB.
Brother Mose.
Good morning.
My brother, and my established friend for life. Morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, man, the situation this morning. I tell myself, I know. I say the thing, no? I say the thing. I tell myself, as one layman or non-professional in geology, my friend, or the science of history of the earth and the physical changes, you know, I will continue in my mind, perhaps hell-bent, that the sargassum causing frustration, no, to many, of course, be used to refill those spaces from where its material or the several war and still being used to fill low-lying properties. That's the way I think. You see, because I tell myself, you hear about, they don't know yet because the scientific approach and this and this. Man, if the sargassum does not affect the life of fishes, how it can affect land and its humans? And again, one next thing, my friend, as we speak, I will keep in mind that to enormously or greatly reduce regular or non-hurricane flooding in Belize City, you close off the canals that you made with Paloma Creek. The purpose of those canals were not for the purpose we're using it today, I recollect. You see, it was for other things. Before the canals were concreted, my friend, room existed towards gravity, but that don't exist now. But yes, what exists now is evaporation. Water vaporizes or diffuses in the air. And I can tell this, Brother Mose, any scientific expert that now listening can tell or will tell that my discovery is indeed very much factual. That's all I have to say this morning, my friend.
Thank you very much.
God bless.
Thank you very much, sir. That's the Mr. Torres getting started, testing the line, and that's how it works. You call in the number at 280-5848 for you to get into the conversation at any point in time. This is Wednesday morning, and as always, a bunch of stuff that on the table to discuss, but all those are pushed aside once you call in and deal with where you to deal with. Okay. We know this has been the week of Budna. This is National Budna Week, and you know it's been a whole lot, right? But I have a call. Krem, good morning, WB.
Brother Mose.
Yes, sir.
Brother Mose, yesterday I called. I really, Brother Mose, you hear me many days call and pick up the KHMH and praise the KHMH and dispel some of the ugly rumors about the KHMH, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But on Sunday I went to the KHMH and I had a bad experience. I apologize to the KHMH. I am really upset that I had to get that upset that, I probably make them feel a jumpy way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But Brother Mose, the KHMH, what I'd like to see is that people go to the KHMH and they take all their frustration on the nurse, where they tend to you, the doctor, the pharmacist. But they're not touch the people where procure the things where the KHMH need, because I can't go cost you out at the pharmacy. You got a job. They don't have something. You're not responsible to buy the thing. You're responsible to give the thing when they have it. You know, so you go and you cost out the pharmacy, you cost out the doctor, you cost out the nurse. They are not the source of this problem. You understand what I say? And one of the things is that I find, this is my beef, you know, I find that you can't have one free restaurant that believes it won't survive, because basically on Sunday they had one doctor at KHMH. All the beds filled inside of the emergency department, and they only got one doctor. One man can't check everybody. They got 15 people, 17 people in the triage wait. I met some ladies there from 9 o'clock them day. I reached about 9:22. I left from them about 2:20. And they hadn't gone in to see the doctor yet. You know, at least they had the patience to wait, because when the head nurse came and said, sure, we're full, we only have one doctor, I knew right away to leave, because I would never get to see the doctor at that rate. You understand me? But the problem is that everybody who was in there, you heard these rumors, these talking, but Shamikana Medical, Shamikana University, they can't go more. And when they do, the people only they're going there with you. But when they call a KHMH, they know they pay their way. You see? Because I'm going to tell you something, you could go to the next 2 hospitals. But trust me, you know, hold in 2 hospitals. Because you're not getting service if you don't pay for the service. You understand what they say? No, I know they say that KHMH should implement the same policies like over the in place there, man. But lad, man, make we pay something no more, because how we are sustain something if they're free? You know, one time they used to charge $10 a day when you go in. Everybody real up to the minister feel embarrassed. Is why we take off that thing, kind of lose one go. But then the same people will suffer for it. In the end, they suffer. They don't realize that if you go to the hospital and you don't pay your way, then you don't have the treatment and the thing that you need in the future, because you never pay for it. You understand what I said? You know, no, my beef is just that I think we need to do something better.
You're a fair-minded person, Kalimo. Rather fair-minded.
Well, I'm not only fair-minded. I am reasonable enough to know that if you have one restaurant and you decide you want to give away the food, in Belize, maybe people will come from way that can quick go eat their place today, because it's free, and they don't worry about you tomorrow. No, I say that nothing wrong with your house cases where I do understand they got people who can't afford it. But lad man, the one time we come in there with the baddest shoes and the baddest phone, and lad man, you can't come beg for something. And you know, I'll give you a little instance, brother Mose. I got a friend who, I don't know who the guy probably breaking no heads though. He buy one Hilux, pay 25,000 for the Hilux, he rent a house. He build a shed to put the Hilux. And one night time he tell that KHMH, they puff and blow because they don't nebulize he pick me. You know why the guy get back to me? Because I tell the man, I say, boss, $97 for a nebulizer, my boy. You can't buy a nebulizer. You could go build a shed to park one vehicle. And you can't buy one nebulizer for your own picnic. You understand what I'm saying, Brother Mose?
You want to make enemy fast to tell people any kind of thing.
Listen to me, Brother Mose. I got one of my neighbors to talk to me for 11 years. The lady to walk down the street with one paper early one Monday morning, the customers one. And they go out there. I said, hey, what kind of weather? What did you do only this morning? He said, oh, no, they're stinking KHMH. So then they came in and put to one stinking ass $170. And my thing was to ask her, I never see you in a carnival this year. He said, yes, me 3 data, me 3 data, boy. I tell her, shit, I mean, $250 to join the carnival, you can't pay $170 to KHMH. And they don't talk to me, never yet again. You understand me?
Yeah, that not earn your friendships, Kalimo. That kind of talking.
But even there, the day I told a lot of the people who were complaining in there, I said, man, look, we don't have to see here, no. Listen to me. I don't you got 10 grand, you could jump in, or a taxi and go over there. I want to tell you what happened to you this evening when you $10. I want to tell you right back like yes, you understand me? I could have gone to Universal on the Sunday, but I don't know, or medical, I don't know why. When you go there on a Sunday, you are one of them special kind of fool. You know when the doctor see you, they come, they say, fool is born every day. Oh my God, see my fool. They come right up to them. Come, sir, welcome, sir. Because you are get sal rubber, you know. Boy, you know, nice. When you left on here, still in a pain. You're in a financial pain when you left out in the evening. But all I'm saying, Brother Mose, fair is fair. Let's be realistic here, Brother Mose. Right? Tend to the thing. You understand me? You know? You make me have a reasonable discussion. I mean, you have people are real up for the first month. Of course. I like what the man said, another quail and they'll be back. I don't understand it. Anyway, Brother Mose, I want to take 1 more minute to plug one thing, man. I don't know where they're going back from Martin about it. I listened to the news the other day and I say, somebody shout the minister. Oh, the minister look on build my house, and my house jumped on last year. And so I find I want to call about this topic, man. You know? No, Brother Mose. You mean the man even try to pick the one house by himself meter? So the minister I heard that it. He to come and build your house back for you. You not try nothing. And you know the sad part about what the man gets from that TV and blast the minister and said, the 31 years is the supporter. But he helped me before, you know, but this time, you know, so you know what I mean? Everything you want the minister to do for you then. You understand what I say, Brother Mose? And this will have to stop, man, because we create a bunch of people who will never move. They will never succeed in their life, you know. I can only sit down the wait for somebody else that can fix my thing. I could tell you something, if I don't fix something in my house, nobody can fix that. You understand what I said? But when they go on with me, we don't get used to that being spoon-fed. You know, and then when we can't get a little bit of spoon-fed thing, we make stinking lies and bash the man too. You know, the man gets on the TV and bash the man, even admitting that the man has helped him in the past. You mean, everything that the minister will help you? Boy, it's that. Anyway, Mose, I got to go.
Okay, the great Colin Moore.
And I catch a bus today, boy, it's this bad.
You catch bus?
Catch bus, gonna work, boy.
I hope you don't catch fire, because that's where they go on nowadays.
And this is the scary part, was.
Hope you don't catch fire, my buddy. I have respect. All right. This is WUB Wake Up Believes Morning Vibes. The telephone numbers are 280-5848. It's been the week of Budna. Obviously, a bit of that conversation continues, but there's a lot of stuff that we have to jump in on, but we have on call. Krem, good morning. WUB. Good morning. Hello. Hello. All right. When you get in, you have to. Okay. All right. Where do you go on my phone now? All right. So WUB Wake Up Believes Morning. Once you call in, you get in, you have to jump in because we can't wait for long for you start to engage and express where you want to express. That's the way it works, right? Again, the telephone number, if you try to call in just now and maybe we're not hearing that you were on, just call us back. The number is 280-5848. It's as easy as that. That's how it's done. One of the things I need to touch on that we've not had an opportunity this week to really get into, and I know that it might seem, you know, like they're not with business, but really and truly they're with deep business. The Trinidadian, the government of Trinidad and Tobago has agreed to facilitate and accept U.S. military presence and involvement in Trinidad as part of the U.S.'s approach to fighting narco-trafficking, cartels, and all that stuff. It has also accepted that in the event that the U.S. military wishes to get into military action against Venezuela because of the Venezuela-Guyana situation, they will be available for that. And they have done so unilaterally, meaning that they do it by themselves. And they've said they're not check with CARICOM, and they're not have no consensus position out of CARICOM. The government of Trinidad and Tobago, essentially they say we are work with Washington and the US military. And they say, okay, that's not for we business. Well, they're very much for business, because we know that that conversation, this situation that came out with Trinidad kind of come from nowhere, because the US has been engaging with Mexico on this matter because they are, this new administration, they don't want to just say, oh, we got a DE and then kind of stuff. They are classifying the cartels and drug traffickers in this region as terrorists, as a terrorist organization that requires the military, that requires the CIA and all the assets of the U.S. defense establishment to be utilized in this fight. So the highest level of the military they want to utilize to kind of just rid the region of this. And Mexico has been not too interested in having boots on the ground from the U.S., the U.S. military coming on the ground and engaging in a war on Mexican territory. Trinidad essentially has said, we're good, we're there with it. And it has caught the Caribbean countries by surprise of sorts. So, varying degrees of responses. Venezuela has lashed out at Trinidad. All that stuff's going on. And in one regard, right away, that a very serious thing will take place, because it basically shows that, all the hype and all the when they bring, and, CARICOM and with a CARICOM and with a CARICOM, that when put to the test, the CARICOM, they look very, very, seriously shaky. The fact that this has happened at a time when CARICOM solidarity should be at its highest, it's being cracked wide open. So that's one thing. But the second thing, and for me, more importantly, is that this is where things go. Now, maybe we are very interested in facilitating whatever the U.S. military want. But what many online commentators and writers are essentially saying is that a part of the world that has known relative geopolitical peace, Caribbean, is now entering a new era with what Washington hopes to do by really militarizing the Caribbean and engaging with this very aggressive military position based on the argument that they have to defeat cartel terrorism. And so we have to understand that That's where we're at, right? And I have to connect it to last week's news that we have been told that we are get back the MCC grant, $125 million. So we don't know exactly how much, but we've been trying to get it back. So we had this agreement to get this grant under the previous administration of the U.S. And we hear that this grant have to deal with education, have to deal with hospital, and for all the great good things that can be done with $125 million US. And it has been in the news off and on about when we get this $125 million US, will it come? And then of course the new administration come in and they say put on pause on that, you know what, we know they give nothing right now, this and not that. They have this administration has essentially said we know no handouts, no go on. We don't play that be part we terms, and every aspect of in fact they have essentially shut down USAID, which was no longer here, but in other parts of the world it has been a very significant withdrawal, very significant foreign policy change from the world's sole empire. And one of the small little things that was a part of the new change was that the $125 million US we got for no Belize there, we know that not happen again. I grant we know to give that, but we still want it, and so we continue to try. I put it mildly, we obviously made harass them, man. When I say, give it, man, please give it the thing, no, man. Because that we. They grant there that we keep we pants up. And we must don't know how we are spend it, we must don't know where, this is a part of one of we major economic strategy. See who we could beg and see where we could get. The problem I have is that every single body on planet Earth know that we not deal with the same type of energy that Washington. But we're gonna call like Paul. Scrum, good morning, WB.
Yeah, man. Morning, Mose. Sorry to cut off on your.
No, man, we good. Got you.
To the Trinidad thing there, but I just want to bring it back home right there. I mean, everything's Irene and everything. But yeah, this morning really was like a number of things that I really want to mention. About the first thing is, well, first of all, I congratulate the government for having the climate week because the people be more aware of the climate. But at the same time, I believe that we have a lot of things that we sweep under the climate. It's just like to me. We're in the rainy season right now, and it's just alarming at the amount of destruction that's happening to our forests with all these illegal logging taking place. And it's just in today's world with all the technology that we have here, it just goes to show you that who run this country. Is it the Mennonite, because they're the one that haul out the log apparently. With the technology we have today. The higher ups in government must be connected to these activities, because how could these people transport all these logs that's being cut? I say a disturbing story last night at Sand Creek, where the illegal loggers there be, because if you cut man log from the land and they not approve of it, that's illegal logging. Have to transport these things over 100 miles. How can it be that nobody could see and check these things? While we are here at climate change and we send out all these fancy press releases to the world about the wonderful things we are doing in Belize to protect our environment, at the same time we are just losing it. And it's just a shame that I believe that we have a lot of organizations in this country that could say something, but it seems like everybody just like afraid for talk up. The other day, George, who right, what damning thing about the environment, and about the NGOs then. I mean, really, the man's on hard funny, and NGOs, they are doing a lot of good work in the country, but at the same time, NGOs, especially environmental NGOs, who have a mandate to protect the reason why they came into existence to start with was because the government was failing at doing their job. And now we have all these trees moving across the highway illegally, and nothing really happened. The same thing, of course, we have to put in the Buddha situation today to show that higher ups probably are involved in the movement of these lads and humans, because if you are moving Buddha from Orange Walk, my brother, going all the way to Arenal, so much checkpoint. I was in the city yesterday and I got through 3 checkpoints and they checked my vehicle. So, like, my point is that higher ups have to be involved and tell people who the check their vehicles stand down, because these transport laws and nobody knows check that they land illegally cut. We transport human, nobody knows check that they land. So what can people do out there when they check vehicles then? So but I think that we are continuing to have this situation until, my brother, Belizeans start to speak out. Belizeans are just so afraid to speak out.
No, but I will. I'm going to try. This is not to be in any way disrespectful of you, because I hold you in the highest regard, right?
Right.
But I do feel that there are significant similarities between Budna as a journalist and Will Mejia as a journalist, right? Not talking about character and resume and criminal behavior of Mr. Budna. I'm putting that aside. That you're what I'd call you're a guerrilla journalist, and you operate in a space that, because of the limitations of the Belize City-based media, there was a shortage of attention. So you operate, and very often you are providing stories that we would not get. And you have gone to our next level, right? Budna was just a Facebook operator. You have created an entire legitimate operation, PGTV. But as an individual, you still go into on the ground and deal with very dangerous stories. Very dangerous stories. Because it's easy for they in a room like this and they run your mouth. Easy for just chat all the things where you want to chat. But for go in a some village through some Picado by yourself because you want to expose something and expose something against the state, that one next level of courage. Or some people will say well, next level of crazy, because that dangerous work. And you carry your journalism to the highest level of danger, where you expose the extent to which our territorial sovereignty is compromised. So you have faced these gunboats from the Guatemalan naval situation down in the south. And these are not stories that were covered normally. So you bring in these stories. You've done the work with Halakte. Again, these stories are disruptive because people were enjoying certain things from them. You've demonstrated where certain areas have become encroached upon and have become ranches. And again, you have made a lot of very powerful people very uncomfortable. You are a huge problem. You are such a huge problem that, while I'm not going to call any names, I know for a fact that a highest level of diplomatic interest was expressed to a Belizean journalist to try to get that journalist to investigate you, trying to turn that journalist towards you. The people might not even be aware of that. But so there is no like people like, because you're such a cool guy, you're not a guy who rant one lot, even when you are criticizing, you are doing it at room temperature. But people have to understand that you depend on a list of people where are very disruptive, very annoying, and not very liked the kind of work and the kind of reporting that you do. And so you are the kind of person that immediately comes to mind when you think about why we should be concerned about what has happened to Mr. Budner. Because Brother Will and Belize, let us just take one component of this story where we are told we have the Guatemalan police report is that they were on just regular patrol and they happened upon an individual that looked suspicious. Now, will Belizean people, when you get somebody that you had wanted long time, you don't worry about how you get on. You just happy that you get on now, and you want to say you want to say any story we need to say. But on the Belizean side, make we, as the great Easy Glenn used to love to say, make we pick sense out of nonsense. If you have made a decision, for whatever reason, that you don't like Mr. Budner, let us say the reason for doing this is because of his criminal behavior, and you figure that a good riddance to get out of society because you know why he deal with all the time. You going through all the trouble of organizing one kidnap. You're not a regular citizen, you know. And so you the plan, right? We probably could catch Mr. Budner. But he doing a live right now. We probably do the live. Oh boy, they by the police station. If you're not a regular citizen, you want to say, okay, we can't do it there. That too risky, right?
Right.
Anybody where they operate with a level of common sense and logical thinking will say, no, that's not the place for we catch Brother Budner. Not right adjacent or right a stone throw away from the police station. But the logical thinking goes further than that. You decide that you don't mind the risk. You want to do it now. So you go and you grab Mr. Budner. Now you decide that you want to give on to Guatemala. And you decide, your plan is, we are driving all the way to Arenal. You got a lot of things, a lot of investments you put, you know, all the gas you have to put in, you got manpower where you deal with, you're ready to go. This is a quite operation to go on here.
You have a SUV with plane license plate.
Project Budner.
Yeah.
So now you do all of this. But when you do this, all you want to do that drop on in the middle of nowhere upon the field and left it like that. Only one simpleton one left on and then hope that somehow Budna no get away from there and get back across the Belize. You know going through all of that and left it to chance. You can't just left the man there. Anybody where they plan this operation makes no sense unless you get in touch with the Guatemalan authorities. Like you have to, because even if you do so anonymously, you will have to do that, and you will have to make sure that he is indeed held by the Guatemalan authorities, because if you don't, if you run the chance that he is not captured by the Guatemalan authorities before he gets back across in Belize, now he is going to have the whole story and you're in some serious water. You understand what I say?
Yeah.
So the whole story, I say, that Mr. Budna was just left and we just happened upon him. He looked suspicious, and then we checked some documents and found out that he was wanted. Man, listen, that you no come with that.
But I'm not fully listening.
You feel me, birds? Like I tired of because the reason why I know never going back on the Budna story today, but the way is that so much people don't really care. Right? So much people not care, right? And they don't care because the he.
Yeah, exactly. Forget about the right.
But you know, but Will, as I told you, and you're a man who understand nature and how nature works, that certain animals, whether well-known predators, they don't generally like human beings as prey, like even like you know alligators, crocodiles, lions, like jaguars, like the animals got certain things when they like, and we generally don't know what they like. But what happens sometimes is that they under pressure and that away there, and then go and taste one away. And when one of these predators get one, taste of human flesh, some of them go crazy, and that's the only thing where they want. And then they become a bigger problem to surrounding communities, because now all of a sudden this animal, this species predator, it's clicked in that, oh, this is on the menu. So you never give one predator, you never give one beast one taste or something, whether one extremely powerful entity, and left it like that, because now you look upon creating, amplifying one appetite for this kind of action. And I think about the fact that while there are no similarities between character and resume and personality and all of that between yourself and Mr. Budna, when it comes to the nature of what you do, that you report generally off the ground, off the grid, in dangerous situations, I could tell you this: you can't pay me for going to some remote village in the north, for go do no life by myself, they call out nobody when they do something wrong in and you can't pay me for do that. So you can't pay me for going to no Columbia Reserve, and you can't pay me for go run down, go face some of the things that you have done, Brother Will. And so we have to really understand why this is not some abstract, hypothetical, or the theory of due process. This is not the theory of due process. The real life will deal with you. The real human nature will deal with you. This is not some theory. So it's not about standing up for a predator, for a pedophile. No, who the hell are do that? who the hell no, listen, in my view, if we want to talk about laws we need to deal with childhood predators, I deal with that. If we want to discuss whether we have to bring back the Cat 9, we discuss that. This is not about that. This is about this story that is being told is a story because they understand. You think any investigation they go on, brother Will? You think any resources are being used to find out that who carried Budna and Hannah over? Because there was no drop in the middle of nowhere and they got him on an authorities accidentally pick up. There was an arrangement. We got her, we bring her, we found one there. Okay, we are book you there. See her, hold on, go with her. That was done. Any other?
Budna out of the here now.
Absolutely. You think any investigation they go on? Yeah. Especially that they know so much people say that good riddance. Man, watch out. That is done. That's closed. That's a wrap. Sorry, Budna, but that's it. Unless you manage to get away again from those people over there. Nobody on this side interested in what ultimately happened over the weekend and how that was done. Nobody got time for that. We are moving on. We don't move on. Yeah. It's a wrap. Right? But it's important to try to remind the people why we got a concern. Because we can't just be be offended by the stench of the man's criminal past. It's a bad stench. But you got one next problem on your hands where we don't know at what level this was organized. We will never know if the police had any involvement. We will never know if higher officials had any involvement. But what we do know is that a very successful conspiracy was put together to deal with somebody that was a problem. And in my opinion, he was a problem not because of his criminal offenses. He was a problem because he was being disruptive with his Facebook version of journalism. That is why, I never want to spend a lot of time with it, but that the fact that you call Will, because I say the similarities, the kind of work that is done, you have been an important part of getting coverage in areas that we would not normally get cameras and mics and that kind of stuff. Besides your territorial sovereignty activism and all of that, you are a journalist. Will Mejia is a journalist. That's one of the things that you are. You're a farmer or a fisherman and all that, but you're a journalist, and it is you are a living reason why we must be careful, my brother. We have to be careful. I know you're talking about the logging, and again, Will, maybe you could. I really want to get a little bit more into the logging. I have to go to break, so maybe you could call back because I really want to really look at this illegal logging deeper and what it is.
Definitely, Mose. Definitely, I know you have to go to break. And definitely I call back because it's something that's important not only to me, man, to Belize and to the planet. And that's the thing when it gets to me. Because about Belize, our country really beat with chest. That you notice that every environmental conference really takes center stage. Meanwhile, the forest, they go back in at the back of truck. Cattle moving in our forest, trees gone and cattle moving. So, yeah, I'll call back so we could talk about that.
All right, Wilmer here on the line. We go to Tooth and Scam, sponsored by 4 Point Security. We'll be right back with Wednesday WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes.
Watching WB, and this is XTV from Oleander to Jasmine. I want to say big respect to 4 Point Security. All right, so let's go find out the people in 2 cents. See which artists they want to see on the stage September the 7th. Right? 2 cents question there. Which Belizean artists you want to see for Martin's first?
I want to see you be J Money.
All right.
I want to see my dog Papa Dan.
They got artist in the Papa John?
Yes.
The Papa John or the Papa John?
Papa Dan.
All right. I want to see G.
Draco.
Who that know?
Artist, man. You're the artist.
He's an artist?
Yes, man.
All right, go.
I was the Kennedy, I was the President, but I remember how that done that already, right? So yeah.
Papa G, you, Ernestine Carballo, yeah.
All right. Oh, I see.
I see nobody right now.
All right.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
En Atlantic Bank, tu comodidad es nuestra prioridad. Nuestro centro de contacto está diseñado para mejorar tu experiencia bancaria. Con una amplia gama de opciones de servicio al cliente, ahorras tiempo y esfuerzo. Puedes llamar fácilmente para bloquear o desbloquear tus tarjetas de débito y crédito, realizar consultas de cuentas y acceder a información detallada de tus tarjetas. Ya sea que necesites asistencia con la banca en línea, apoyo para comercios o consultas generales, nuestro equipo está listo para ayudarte. Para mayor comodidad, si todos los operadores están ocupados, puedes dejar tu número y un operador te devolverá la llamada lo antes posible para asegurarse de que recibas el apoyo que necesitas. Para mayor seguridad, es posible que necesitemos verificar tu identidad con un conjunto de preguntas sencillas. Recuerda, Atlantic Bank nunca solicitará tu nombre de tu usuario ni contraseña de Atlantic Online por llamada telefónica, mensaje de texto o correo electrónico, asegurando que tu información personal permanezca segura y protegida. Nuestro equipo de apoyo está disponible de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. a 6 p.m., en inglés y en español. Simplemente marca al 223-1212. Esta es la línea dedicada para nuestro centro de contacto. Atlantic Bank se compromete a brindarte un servicio excepcional y las herramientas que necesitas para administrar tus finanzas de manera conveniente y segura. Aprovecha al máximo nuestro servicio del centro de contacto.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Bringing people together.
Welcome to Design Depot, where you'll find premium quality products from trusted brands, all in one place. Visit us today for quality products, expert service, and the brands you trust. Design Depot, all in one place.
It's the Martins Community Festival 2025, going down Sunday, September 7th. Mahogany Street will be the epicenter of the fun, the excitement, the food, the entertainment, and the people. This year's Martins Fest features Britney Starr, Ernestine, Chica Ramos, Nello Playa,
you deserve it, cause anything you want, you can request it, cause you
Unlimited, Toast,
every morning.
Miney, Sweet Pain 3.0, Hubie, Yaz Talia, Kenny Gladden and the New Creation Band, Coconut Boy, Super G, Stick the Artist,
Every girl want it, sunny or stormy, money no.
NTR Shine, with music from Mr. Frisco, Reggae Kingpin, Tony G, DJ Dixie, Sly Boy International, DJ Buff, DJ Lala, DJ Baby, DJ Pounds, Exclusive Sounds, backed up by Hyper Sound, and hosted by Brick City. Oleander to Jasmine, the Martins Community Festival 2025, Sunday, September 7th. Sponsored by Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, Belize City Council, J&W Shopping Mart, Belize Electricity Limited, Hyper Sounds, the Honorable Anthony Mahler, and the Belize Police Department.
The biggest business event of the year is back and better than ever. The Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. Mark your calendars and join us on September 13th and 14th at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex in Belize City. Don't miss your chance to explore hundreds of local businesses showcasing the very best in local products and services. From unbeatable deals and mouth-watering food and drinks to live entertainment that'll keep you moving. The Expo Belize Marketplace has it all. Whether you're shopping, discovering what's new on the market, or just enjoying the vibes, there's definitely something for everyone. So come on out and celebrate 29 years of Belizean innovation at the Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. See you there.
World shifts to regional supply chains, Belize is poised to lead. This is where blue innovation meets green ambition, and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Carib in San Pedro. From agribusiness to aquaculture, from renewable energy to digital services, from tourism to trade, this is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025, Bridging Markets, Building Resilience, September 3rd to 5th at Sunset Carib, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
Welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's Wednesday morning, 27th of August, 2025. Mose Hyde hosting, or telephone number 280-5848. We have a call on hold. Krem, good morning. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning. Further to this matter with Budna, I am of the view that this matter is of serious national concern, because if this can happen to this person, there's a possibility that it can practically happen to any other Belizean national. So I figure that we should.
So can you listen to me through the phone rather than on your radio or your device, whatever you listen to the show on? Could you just listen on the phone?
I'm doing that, sir.
Okay, so turn down the device that you have in the background, because I'm hearing that still, right?
Okay.
All right. So you were saying that it's of national importance, and go on, please.
Yes, I'm saying that how this matter, as it has occurred to Mr. Budna, it clearly can occur to any other Belizean national, and we as Belizeans have a level of protection which is afforded by government through the various agencies, and certainly the police is one of the first form of protection that we rely on. There is a suggestion. So far, there is no firm evidence, but this operation was clearly properly planned and executed, and it was executed in a form that you have described and explained, and I think logic suggests that this is the most likely way that it may have occurred. In terms of questions and issues, let us find out and confirm the identity of that vehicle that has been exposed as the vehicle that transported in. It must have had some form of registration. The question is, to whom was it registered? And who is that person or entity that it is registered to? Secondly, the vehicle appears to have passed through the Arena checkpoint, and there were police officers who were working there. Go back at least 2 hours from, say, 7 o'clock until 12 midnight, and verify who those officers were on duty. I believe those officers who were on duty have a duty and obligation to testify under oath before some person of authority as to what occurred during their tour of duty on that occasion, during that time.
So
we really need to get answers to these matters. And I think it is only if we do it the proper way that we can have this done. We need answers.
Hello, sir. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask you. You're asking for, essentially what you're asking for is a thorough and committed investigation.
Precisely.
Okay. Do you genuinely feel like that is happening, or do you genuinely have any level of optimism that it will?
Well, if you go by what the commissioner has said, firstly, he has dismissed any thought that police officers were involved. If an investigation has not been completed and we are able to arrive at a decision of that basis, then it is either that an investigation has been done or none will be done, because we already have an opinion where that is concerned.
Yeah, Again, a part of the, I don't know how different it would be if the person that was involved did not have the level of public despise the way that Mr. Budna has. He's obviously he has some people who believe in him. He has people who are, according to one of our callers yesterday, who have supported him financially. So he had his Budnites, but he also has a lot of people who, based on all that he's been involved with, who think he's absolutely despicable and don't care whether or not his rights are violated, don't give a damn who was involved. They just see it as good riddance. So even if he didn't have all that baggage, I don't know that a good investigation would have been done, because that's not the way we do things here. But whatever investigation you are asking for, I think that's more wishful thinking. That's like, that's not going to happen. This is not going to happen. We are not going to know who were involved in taking him. Like, I never sound that, I never declare a thing like that. I hardly do it. I hate doing it. But then to say anything other than that is to be completely dishonest. There's no investigation happening. It won't happen. And it's not pleasant to say, it's not pleasant to think that way, but then it's, I think to have any other thought is to be dealing with fairy tales. It's like, and this is not to say that the caller is not right, that this is what is to happen. Somebody should care that even if you say, well, this was vigilante justice, even if you say that the motives were motives that were sincere, like, we don't want this kind of person in our community, it's still vigilante justice. We should care about that. If the best case situation is that it's vigilante justice, and you should be worried about that. Krem, good morning, WUB. Krem, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
It's morning, Mose. I listen to this good business, right?
You sound muffled or something. What's going on, my brother?
Yeah, some no.
Maybe your voice, you're hardly cold or something?
The voice can you watch it this morning.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Alright, I watched the commissioner, right? I listened to the press conference, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, he's guilty as charged. He knew exactly what he wanted. I watched his demeanor. And then he hurried quick to come to the decision that no police no involved. Oh my brother, how you get this so quick? And you don't know where to go on. And you claim you don't know where to go on, right? But to me, I'm just saying, looking at him and his demeanor towards the whole thing, he's guilty as charged, but he knows exactly where to go on. But then he's investigating oneself, so don't go in after them. Not know about that, right? Just like some people want to get rid of Buddha and tell us the obligation or idiot of nothing, and they decide to get rid of him. And say, I heard down here, and they decide to care about them. But we don't know if we're going to care again. That's why this. All
right, my brother. Give thanks. It's like, there's an investigation going on. Why would there be an investigation? Why would they put resources into it? And I'm saying here, like, let us think best case scenario, that these were people acting out of good intentions, trying to do good for the community because this guy is such a bad guy. It's vigilante. And the police should be interested in finding out who those vigilantes are and holding them accountable. Krem, good morning, WUB.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, Mose, I want to tell people in the diaspora, thanks for all the help they have given our people back home here. They learn thanks. No school open, a lot of assistance and give a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I one way always believe in telling people thanks. I know that some of we believe that we say thanks, but not say thanks. And then people work hard over there. Sometimes 2-3 jobs. We help we folks back home here.
Mm-hmm.
So again, to people in the diaspora, thanks. Now, Mose, when it comes to this Budna situation, years ago, a situation happened where an ex-politician son was allegedly, you heard the word where I use, right? Involved in a murder. And he went across the border to Guatemala because he knew that there is no extradition treaty with Guatemala, so that's safe haven for him. So his
son gone over Guatemala, and for years I've been calling talk show for justice for the female and her family. I was even threatened by a member of the family to come in a court. Already asked for the justice, get a young man back fast and make it stand trial. If he's guilty, guilty, or if not, to let him go. And he do over there for years at Guatemala. Nobody never forced to pick him up or nothing else. You hear what you do? You run for ya to Guatemala. And we should have forced to bring her back to stand trial here, but no force ever happened. If father put up a name for a ballot paper for run, and I saw they bring her back maybe to make the thing look kind of alright. Up to now, I don't hear nothing about that case. I know you can't no name, you notice. And I said allegedly. I'm just showing you, when it comes to justice in this country, the people that maybe don't have much will always take it. Those who have get a free pass. This situation in Mr. Budna is a case of stand down. Only just stand down. Everybody. And this stand down is not just one person high up. It's a lot of people involved to make everybody stand down. All the checkpoints. I pass 4 checkpoints every day, and they stop me, ask me to drive a license, all kind of thing. And I right here. So you move a man from Orange Walk, cross country to Arenal, and not one person stop the vehicle. Not one. And you know about now a man and they make noise. We carry and they lick up all kind of thing. No checkpoint, nobody stop the man, he got a straight flight and delivered. So you know this stuff out up the top, and several of them involved. And all who say they know nothing, no. You remember what I tell you, brother.
All right,
you take care.
All right, it's 8 minutes after 8 o'clock. We'll take ourselves a break and we'll be back with more WUB Weekabili's Morning Vibes.
To earn V-Bucks, you must make purchases at any Benny's locations or its entities near you. The more you spend, the more you earn. You also get double the V-Bucks on promotional days. Multiple purchases completed in a single day cannot be combined and will be considered separately. Benny's is committed to offering you competitive prices on all your purchases. Now value is added with V-Bucks. To learn more, visit our website at www.vbucks.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with V-Bucks. Brought to you by Benny's. Quality and savings.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
The biggest business event of the year is back and better than ever. The Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. Mark your calendars and join us on September 13th and 14th at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex in Belize City. Don't miss your chance to explore hundreds of local businesses showcasing the very best in local products and services. From unbeatable deals and mouth-watering food and drinks to live entertainment that'll keep you moving, the Expo Belize Marketplace has it all. Whether you're shopping, discovering what's new on the market, or just enjoying the vibes, there's definitely something for everyone. So come on out and celebrate 29 years of Belizean innovation at the Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. See you there.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
It's a quarter after 8 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. WB on the way here on Creme Radio and XTV. I'm hosting today Mose, Hyde. And as always, we are in partnership with you. We know they have to speak it and preach. We're here to engage and reason. We've got a caller on the line. Creme, good morning. WB, go ahead.
Good morning, sir. On the issue of Budna, I believe there is a way that we can have firm, clear, transparent answers and that is if the Prime Minister will appoint a commission of inquiry to investigate this matter. That should be able to bring out the truth on this matter, because the persons concerned who are being investigated will be required to answer on the oath, question and answer on the oath. And that should elicit the kind of information that may have occurred and should have occurred, and
help me
public
out.
will be able to know what is happening.
Help me out, sir. Where and when have we ever had a commission of inquiry create accountability and consequences?
Well, I take your point, but the point I want to make is that this is an issue of serious national concern, and because of its nature, I think it warrants that. I don't know, you may know of some other way in which we would be able to elicit the truth, and I would say that if that is so, then you should pursue that. But
so I think what you're looking at, right, is that we don't have a layer above or outside, an investigative layer above or outside of the police department. So that's like a bit problematic, right? Because say for example, in the States you have a police department, but you have the Department of Justice, you have the FBI, you have there are different areas where you could probably hire an independent investigator. But the thing is though, generally that is only going to happen, if it does happen, under immense public pressure. And the public is very divided on this matter. Apparently even the media is very divided on this matter. There are those who are saying, no, we don't worry about no due process for a person of Mr. Budner's reputation and resume. And that is even if he didn't have the resume, I would say we would have to bring a lot of pressure to try to get this matter really and truly looked into in a genuine way. But because he is easy to hit, easy to say he's the worst of the worst, so what happened to him is to ignore the fact that something has been done to him, but something has happened to us as well. And the question is whether or not that's who we want to be. And is that what we are going to allow to be the norm in our society? And we are struggling right now to separate those things. We are struggling with the nuance of that. We are thinking and we are declaring that standing up against what has happened is equivalent to being a supporter of a pedophile. And boss, we're born a pedophile, man. You're crazy. We are not simple people. We don't want that wrong way. We're not into that. But this is outside of that. And we have to have the ability to differentiate these things. Go ahead. You wanted to jump in. Go ahead.
Yes, I'd say that that is precisely so. We do not support whatever criminal activity Mr. Budner may have been involved in the past. However, there is a thing called natural justice which should apply to all of us, not only as human beings, but if we bring it more homegrown for Belizean nationals. A previous caller raised the issue in respect to another person who, in contrast, was involved in an almost similar situation, and he fled to Guatemala. In fact, as the person alluded, it wasn't until the person did come back, having spent considerable time in Guatemala, and once the matter was warm, there was no effort on the part of Belize, as far as is known, to have tried to capture the person. And in that case, it was an issue of murder. But clearly it is suggesting that, you know, a level of justice is meted out to a certain group of people. And unfortunately, Mr. Budna did not fall in that category. And so he has been put to pasture. But having said that, we need to come back to the basic matter. And I will tell you that unless the media, unless you people who are the persons who seek justice for the voiceless, unless you keep this fire and this issue alive, it will die until it happens to someone else. And that someone else, we never know who it is.
Something happened.
This is not the road that we should be taking in Belize.
Can I tell you one thing? Something happened.
Yes,
something happened between now and weekend, and when I stop talking about Budna, right? That's the way how things go. I don't try to be completely pessimistic here, but reality that the reality. Weeks ago, sir. You know, you have to try. I know to remind people to try to put the light on our conversations here, right? You know, into that. But weeks ago, we spent half a morning expressing our concern about what was going on with Mr. Budna, and we did so acknowledging that this guy not have one nice reputation, and the things that he has been associated with and charged with are abominable. 100%. But we expressed our concern about the fact that the man was whipped live, that there is a video showing that he was, and that our system becomes guilty of a wrongdoing when it fails to do what it needs to do, even if the person who was the victim was the worst of the worst. Our system cannot join in that muck. We express our concerns. How did he end up in jail for some social media posts? Social media has been a place of crazy things, crazy statements, crazy posts, all manners of bullying and all manners of crazy things go on in that space. But he goes to jail. He was taken to jail, and we spent a half a morning saying, we are very concerned about this. Instead, there was a lot of laughter, memes, ridicule. It was basically ignored. In fact, he was called a so-called journalist. No, he is a journalist with a dirty criminal reputation and a criminal record, but a journalist nonetheless. And so we did that. If I feel now that we should have said more, because now we reach a point where let us say best case scenario, no state agency or individual acting on behalf or in collusion with the state was involved with what happened to Mr. Budna. The best case scenario is that a group of citizens decided that they would take vigilante action. And even if you are a believer in vigilante action, the security and the enforcement arms of the country cannot have any tolerance for vigilante action. Because vigilante action, the chaos that. So you have to know, say, there is every reason for there to be a thorough investigation. I hate being so cynical, because I don't know that I always try to find reason to feel like something could happen. I see no way on earth where anybody in the police department is going to feel any sense of obligation or duty to be thorough and be tireless in finding out how and what and who, as it relates to the abduction and the extrajudicial process that took that happened with Mr. Budna. I just don't see it happening.
Failing a thorough and complete investigation, it demonstrates that our law enforcement is incompetent, and that should never be. We have every confidence in them that they are able to serve and protect us and to solve crimes. And when a crime is committed in front of my face as the lawful authority, and I'm unable to solve that, what that tells me doesn't tell a good story.
I hear you, my brother. Give thanks for the call. This is WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes on this Wednesday morning, operating the premier conversation, weekday mornings. Telephone number 280-5848. We're glad that you're tuning in. We're glad you're listening and you're watching. To the people on our social media streams, don't forget to follow if you're on Facebook. To the people who are looking at us right now on YouTube, remember, this is how you strengthen us. All you need to do is to subscribe. Don't put it off. This is the least you can do, right? Give it a strength. Subscribe. Krem, good morning, WUB.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
The topic about Budna and the system, right? You don't get no feedback?
No, sir. We're good.
Yeah, I'm in my system. The system keep on feeling us, but Belizean pay attention to all the wrong things. Sorry to say it like that. We ready to jump on the social media and create memes or memes or whatever the hell you call it, like what you said. But we don't pay attention to what's happening in our country. It's not only Budna, but the system is so corrupt. We have right now, wow, you could say what dual a motorcycle killers. Where they go around and kill people, 20 and 40 and shot. But where are the police at that time? I just want to say this. Not all Belizean blind. We know who all are the corrupted cops. And we know the system set for certain things. For example, the other day a young man was killed because he's a street figure by what the system paint him as, even though he was trying to change. He's a motorcycle duel, killed him, got away scotch-free, and no investigation will happen because what the system is trying to paint that he was involved in the killing of the mother and son, the disabled young man. But when people gaze, they don't pay attention to what they happen. How could a hot area always have police patrol, and for that split moment, no police to patrol that area on a public or bank holiday? You understand? I will let you know with one thing. Ask the police, the school bag police, where did he get the first set of school bags from? And then we shall see the connection.
All right, my brother. This is WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We go to break, we'll be back.
Every moment matter with your credit card. More transactions, more chances to win cash back. You can be one of 4 monthly winners. Get a chance to win cash back with every purchase of $100 or more. For more information, visit www.atlabank.com. Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
It's the Martins Community Festival 2025, going down Sunday, September 7th. Mahogany Street will be the epicenter of the fun, the excitement, the food, the entertainment, and the people. This year's Martins Fest features Britney Starr, Ernestine, Chica Ramos, Nello Playa,
You deserve it, 'cause anything you want, you can request it, 'cause you
Unlimited, Toast, Miney, Sweet Pain 3.0, Hubie, Yaz Talia, Kenny Gladden and the New Creation Band, Coconut Boy, Super G, Stick the Artist, NTR Shine. With music from Mr. Frisco, Reggae Kingpin, Tony G, DJ Dixie, Sly Boy International, DJ Buff, DJ Lala, DJ Baby, DJ Pounds, Exclusive Sounds, backed up by Hyper Sound, and hosted by Brick City. Oleander to Jasmine, the Martins Community Festival 2025, Sunday, September 7th. Sponsored by Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, Belize City Council, J&W Shopping Mart, Belize Electricity Limited, Hyper Sounds, the Honorable Anthony Mahler, and the Belize Police Department.
The biggest business event of the year is back and better than ever. The Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. Mark your calendars and join us on September 13th and 14th at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex in Belize City. Don't miss your chance to explore hundreds of local businesses showcasing the very best in local products and services. From unbeatable deals and mouth-watering food and drinks to live entertainment that'll keep you moving. The Expo Belize Marketplace has it all. Whether you're shopping, discovering what's new on the market, or just enjoying the vibes, there's definitely something for everyone. So come on out and celebrate 29 years of Belizean innovation at the Expo Belize Marketplace 2025. See you there.
World shifts to regional supply chains, Belize is poised to lead. This is where blue innovation meets green ambition, and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Caribe in San Pedro. From agribusiness to aquaculture, from renewable energy to digital services, from tourism to trade, this is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025. Bridging markets, building resilience. September 3rd to 5th at Sunset Caribe, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
Alright, welcome back. This is WUB Wake Up Believes Morning Vibes. Mose, Hyde in the house on this Wednesday, 27th August 2025. And you know how we work. We got the phone on the desk, not for style, but for action. You call in, we get you on. The number 280-5848, that is a lifeline for you to participate in the conversation. We love when you get in, we love when you talk, we love when you express yourself. Was my intention to have an extension of the Budna week, but it remains definitely the week of Budna. What has really and truly, and I think a part of it is that it is a very intense divide. People who are completely disgusted with the fact that people care about what happened to Budna. Krem, good morning, WB.
Greetings once again, Brother Mose, in the name of the Most High, Jah Allah.
Yes, ma'am.
Bungiyo in Garrison. I'm looking at this Budna sad reality, and I could go as far as say Central America in Belize has been a part of the Caribbean basin and the heart of Central America, according to the whole thing. It's the only country we had practiced, for as far as I know, true democracy, freedom of speech and everything. But it seems to me that that is coming to an ending now, because like you can't say nothing anymore. You can't, because then you endanger species. Like you have to know how to move or how to walk. And this is why, as I said, the beauty of Belize, land of the free, is that you could have walk and do what you want, no matter who you are, black, whatever. I don't mean disrespecting nobody, but I mean yes, freedom. And every Central American person, Mexico, etc., knows that the things that they could get away in Belize cannot get away over there. But I say again, I don't mean abuse and disrespecting no one, because I believe I am a man, Ramadan, fair no man, but I respect everyone. So now with this Budna, this guy Budna, to me it's a clear evidence that the ending of freedom of speech and stuff like that is coming to an end, because if you can't say what you want, if you can't be a journalist, if you can't express yourself about what is going wrong, then Belize and become just like the rest of the country that way. You can't open your mouth because immediately lock you up or you disappear. So sad. But
I find it kind of weird that I was watching a clip some place on Facebook where somebody was from another network was burning out Mr. Budna, and in the same breath praising the President of the United States of America. And the reality is that we live in a time where the president of the most powerful country on earth, I would say the most powerful country, let me just leave it at that, has a reputation of being best of friends with the person that is considered to be the most notorious pedophile in that nation's history, Mr. Epstein. And one of the things about Mr. Epstein and everything is the among powerful, connected people who were caught in that web. The among powerful, influential people from all around the world, including a prince, including at one time the world's richest man. His wife left him when she found out that he made many visits hang out with Mr. Epstein. I'm speaking about Mr. Bill Gates. This is not gossip I'm giving to you. This
on
is
the secret island.
Yeah, I'm not giving you gossip. I'm giving you facts.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right? I'm so, it's like, for me, the level of abuse of children, you look on Budna and you say, yeah, Budna, that's on his record, and that is, this is what makes him vile. And it's easy for us to say, well, we should find a bottomless pit and throw him in it and lock it up. But we have to also have a recognition for the fact that there are many people amongst us. There are many people that we are close to, and many people we adore, who are involved with and have been involved with very, very despicable behavior, but we might not know. So judgment is a funny thing, you see. And again, there is nobody, at least nobody can come wrong here and celebrate Mr. Budna's lifestyle, wrong me. Nobody can come and say he was not a person who were doing a lot of very bad things, and nobody here know the professed love of Mr. Budna. We are able to, if we could point out two wrongs at the same time, and apparently we are unable to do that. We are unable to say, yeah, Budna are the worst, but we don't want to live in a state where you have any individuals acting on behalf of or being members of any state agency or on behalf of any state official or upon their own initiative conspire to grab somebody. And I will tell you, even though I think it's the most unlikely reason, let us say they did it because they didn't like his criminal reputation. Let us say they did it because they wanted to make sure that he served his time in Guatemala. Let us say that was their motive, which I think is unlikely. I think if Mr. Budna had kept his mouth shut but continued with his dirty ways, he would not be back in Guatemala right now. But that's my opinion. You understand me, Ramadan? That's my opinion. I think we have to have that concern, and I respect people's disgust, dislike, and outright calling out Mr. Budna as abominable and his action, abominations and all of that. But they cannot be so, their hatred for Mr. Budna cannot be so engulfing that they ignore the fact that something has happened here that is deeply troubling and that we should hold accountable those who have done it.
Yeah. Well, in regards to the amount of crimes that they say he has committed, I would tell you my personal, the way I think. If you are abusing children, women, elder men, the elder women that cannot defend themselves, those are the things I don't like from no one. It could be my own brother, my own son. Now I make sure he feel for it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to say other crimes like I Belize or other countries, if I was the chief of police in any country and he caught somebody with weed or somebody with cocaine or somebody, things like that, I say, hey, what? Just pay or fine and about your business. But when it comes to molesting children, it's very rough because, as I tell you yesterday, in Central America and Mexico, when you go into a prison and you are a child molester, you're going to take a licking because the prisoners will be angry.
In prisons around the world.
For 30 years, and you the fast with the children out there, and my children is out there, my son, my daughter, my nephew, my grandchildren. No, boy, you got to take a bad licking. But other than that, I'm only a man. I cannot judge the man. And in this country, should be the one that's taking care of that because he belongs to this country, not in another country. But I guess again, what happened with the Belizean laws you have so many technicability, or you got a liar, he could bail you out, and this and that. Maybe that's why they don't want to deal with that here. Because they realize if you go over the border, over there, you don't got no liar for to bail you out. You could be the multi-millionaire. But our wrap-up in Mexico City. I was detained at the Mexicali border, trying to cross to the U.S., and I was sent into a detention in Mexico City. And I was surprised, but I like at the same time that Mexico see no color, you could be the tallest, richest man. Once you do an infraction there, you gotta go in. And the liar can get you out. I meet people that surprise man from embassies and different things right in our detention. A man they cry, say that the ambassador, secretary for the ambassador of Chile, and this man they cry because he never believed they'll be lucky in there. Then they show you nobody better than nobody. Respect.
All right, give thanks to the call. We go to break, we'll be back.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
It's the Martins Community Festival 2025, going down Sunday, September 7th. Mahogany Street will be the epicenter of the fun, the excitement, the food, the entertainment, and the people. This year's Martins Fest features Britney Starr, Ernestine, Chico Ramos, Nello Playa,
You deserve it, 'cause anything you want, you can request it, 'cause you
Unlimited, Toast, Mimey, Sweet Pain 3.0, Hubie, Yaz Talia, Kenny Gladden and the New Creation Band, Coconut Boy, Super G, Stig the Artist, NTR Shine, with music from Mr. Frisco, Reggae Kingpin, Tony G, DJ Dixie, Sly Boy International, DJ Buff, DJ Lala, DJ Baby, DJ Pounds, Exclusive Sounds, backed to by Hyper Sound, and hosted by Brick City. Oleander to Jasmine, the Martins Community Festival 2025, Sunday, September 7th. Sponsored by Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, Belize City Council, J&W Shopping Mart, Belize Electricity Limited, Hyper Sounds, the Honorable Anthony Mahler, and the Belize Police Department.
Use B-Bucks to purchase items at any Benny's location. Spend B-Bucks on items in-store after you have earned them. You can give or transfer B-Bucks to another B-Bucks member or registered charity. To learn more, visit our website at www.bbucks.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with B-Bucks. Brought to you by Benny's. Quality and savings.
Here's how to access your contribution history on the My Social Security portal. First, go to your browser and type ssbportal.org.bz. Enter your email and password, then click Log In. Once logged in, you'll see your full portal account on the screen. On the left-hand side, you'll notice a drop-down menu for added features. Click on History. Choose Contributions. Read the disclaimer, then click Continue. You'll now see a full window displaying your contribution history. In the table, each row represents a different year. For example, let's look at the year 2024. Click on the row and a detailed breakdown will appear. This breakdown includes your employer's name, your earnings for each month and week, contribution type, the amounts paid, and that's how you can explore the new contribution feature on the My Social Security portal. It's quick, easy, and keeps your Social Security information right at your fingertips. Create your account today.
Welcome back. This is WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, and we're down to a couple of cents. That's it. Almost out of time here. Let me take this call. Krem, good morning.
Morning. I'm trying to get in since morning, so I'll make it quick.
Okay. Hey, go ahead, sister.
Oh, good morning, Mose, Belize, Sister Yaya. I've been trying to get in all morning, and it's good the line has been busy. Just 2 points real quickly. I want to extend great appreciation to you, Mose. I know that Monday I started to hear you talk about the goodness situation. And if I never listen carefully to what you share, I know I may have the position I now have. So I appreciate you being fair and reasonable in presenting the goodness situation. And I have to say as a journalist that I am in solidarity with the position that you have taken, and that the state needs to get hold accountable for ensure the safety of the Belizean citizen, and that this not happen to another person. When we can't trust the Belize Police Department, and this is our clear evidence that we are not to trust them if they not do right by this brother, then we off the creek without our paddle. And secondly, we just shift quickly and make the news later, that the Belize National Teachers Union has sent a solidarity statement with UBAD Educational Foundation, UEF position, as it relates to a national hair awareness campaign to hold the government of Belize accountable to make sure they stop the 2 human rights violations of Belizean students. One being that they deny them access to education, and 2, that they force them to not be their natural self and express themselves culturally with their African identity or other, based on the way they wear their hairstyle. And so that's one big, UF is seeking allies, and that's one big, especially considering how hard I hold them accountable when they never answer the bell when they
Can I ask this, sister? Can I ask this? Do you know whether or not the release, the position of the release reflects the full process of internal consensus, the process of consensus internally? Because I know that they have a very robust internal consensus. They don't normally would put out something that has not been put before their respective processes. There's a lot of organizations that put out press releases that might just come from somebody who, maybe a secretariat, maybe an executive, maybe a board, but generally the BNTU does not operate like that, which would make the press release extremely powerful, because it means that the membership of the BNTU, not the position of an individual or just a small group of persons. So I just wanted to know whether or not you would know.
Yes, Moses. As a matter of fact, when I spoke to the president, Sister Nadia Khalid, she said that the reason why they never respond right away to the email when they got it earlier this year, because they have to consult with membership. So I can say categorically that I was told, yes, the members of the Belize National Teachers Union were consulted, and that's the position taken from membership.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that.
Indeed. And I'm hoping we'll have more collaboration like this as we move forward and keep Belizean people informed. UF is currently thinking of a way to get Belizeans, everyday people especially, and students engaged in this process. So we could look forward to the next action in the near future. Until then, under the people and save the people.
Thank you very much, sister. Thanks for getting in. We got to close off for today. We thank you for being here, especially the ones who made the extra step of joining in the conversation. Always, that's what makes it what it is. WUB. We hope you have a great Wednesday. I come back on Monday. Tomorrow, hosting will be Brother Noor Mohammed. We salute the team here downstairs at Creme Radio in studios, the international reggae kingpin himself, Tony G. And at XTV, we've had the return this week, and of course we are delighted to have him back, the glue, Packcliffe. And also we have controlling the director, technical director, Alexi Belide. As always, stand strong, stand firm for now. We're gone!
Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. Another day is here. Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself, see yourself, this is a show my people. Believe our hopes up to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, it's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes to build a and all the things that must happen and not blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. That's what